and producer Bert, Mr. He made I'm a little pissed at him. I'm a little pissed at him. Called me earlier. I got probably middle of the day, probably 1 o'clock. I said, we're doing a podcast. What time you want to do it? Because I kind of, normally on Tuesdays, his daughter's going to school, my son. So we kind of coordinated to not be too late on the East Coast, not too early on the West Coast, but also, to kind of coordinate so that he could be in traffic or get here or whatnot.
But we don't have traffic.
Right. Well, and your daughter's not going to school. So he can come here at any time, except sometimes he cooks at the house. And, I want to be respectful toward the process if I can. So anyway, I called him probably, 1 o'clock-ish and said, hey, we're going to be doing maybe something like that. He said, no, I'm gonna be making tacos. So I asked, well, can I get some tacos? That way we don't have to cook and you have tacos and then just bring the food. And about 38, wait, let me check. About 46 minutes ago, I go, what's up? What's going on? He's like, I'm sorry, but I couldn't make you tacos.
I couldn't cook all the meat. Well, because I didn't cook it on my normal outside. Like, usually I cook outside, but it's raining, so I cooked it inside.
Okay.
So I didn't cook. I cooked it in a cast iron. So I can only do so much, and all the meat, it hadn't all thawed out yet.
Oh, so what time did you pull it out to thaw it?
At 8 in the morning.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't get mad at that then.
No, it was. I literally did it early, so it wasn't like.
Well, okay. So, but I'm a little bummed because I was like excited. I'm like, oh, we're gonna do a podcast. Then I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna make the tacos.
I made salsas too. Everything,
dude. It was like, oh, you guys don't understand. You literally don't understand. Bert's tacos are so good that he now has a business called Bert's Tacos. By the way, when everything gets back to normal, and you guys are having an event or whatever, Bert actually has a grill, and the whole thing, man, to come to your house and make tacos, come to your business and make tacos. So if you want to get a hold of him, what's the best way to get a hold of you? If they're in the LA area, yeah, maybe look, LA area, maybe Ventura. In how far south will you go? How far east and south? Will you go all the way to Ontario?
Yeah,
Fontana?
I'll go out there.
San Bernardino County?
Yeah.
Okay, so San Bernardino, LA County, San Bernardino, Ventura County, kind of. So how do they get a hold of you?
That's a good question.
But you got, dude. What a shitty business model you have, bro.
It's Big Bert's Tacos at gmail.com.
Oh, bigbertstacos@gmail.com. BIGBERTS. Because every time I write Bert, I want to put BERT.
No, I think it's BERT.
Big Bert Tacos? Or
Big Bert's. Yeah.
With an S.
Yes.
So Bert's Tacos @gmail.com. He loves. I mean, we've been making them so much.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's Big Bert's Tacos 42. Because I had did a 42 at first, and then my wife was like, "Why'd you put 42? Like, just take it off."
Right.
And I thought I did, but I'm checking my Gmail account, and I'm like,
do you have it?
It's I think it's Big Bert's Tacos.
Well, while you look at that, let me tell everybody the story. So Bert's been into grilling for a long time, and Bert, for just how many years have you been tailgating?
Probably about 8.
Okay, so for 8 years, Bert's been tailgating. When Bert first started tailgating, he didn't have any, like you just went. You didn't grill. You didn't take the grill. He just kind of went, oh, this is the way it is. And then he met some people, made some friends, started tailgating with others. And then I guess he saw other people with grills. And then he saw somebody with the flat iron, whatever, cast grill. That's not like a regular grill. Because if you're going to make carne asada, it's different. Carne, like meat for, I swear to God, dude, I was going to go, carne for tacos?
Carne. That's funny.
I'm so sorry, man. Meat for tacos is different because it's small and it's tiny. And so you can't cook it on a regular grill. It's kind of like the old stupid joke about, dude, I don't know why my goddamn nose is so fucking itchy, dude. But somebody was like, did you just do blow? No. By the way, I'm hanging out with my family, but Are there? I wonder. Oh my God! Wow, they wouldn't do it anyway. I was gonna ask. Remember how last week we asked the question? I was gonna ask if there are any dealers that right now will actually deliver at this time.
That's funny.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wonder.
6 feet. 6 feet.
Yeah, they throw it at you. I'm curious as to that, but no, no yayo, no, nothing like that. It's just my nose for some reason is itching, and oh, dude, I got to tell you guys a story. So I came here earlier to the office, and there's an office next door of a guy who rents trucks, and somebody broke the lock, and they put a new lock on the fence so that we can park inside. There's access from both outside and inside, but it's kind of from the inside. It's kind of an enclosed thing. Anyway, he came up, and he's a talker. Oh, he's a talker.
Holy shit.
He's one of those people. Oh, he's a talker. But he told me that he's not going to pay rent, and the people next door aren't going to pay rent. So he came up and told me, hey,
don't pay rent.
Don't pay rent.
Yeah, I'm not paying rent.
Like, he goes,
I already told the landlord. I said, hey, bro, we're on lockdown. I don't know when I'm going in.
Right. So he was like, let's not all pay rent.
Right.
And then he goes, and the people from the church, I go, what about the people from the church? Because there's a little church right here in this little thing that we go. He goes, oh, you know those Mexicans. And he goes, no offense. I'm like,
none taken.
He goes, I'm sorry. You know, those Spanish people, they don't know that they don't have to pay. I'm like, wait.
Like, well, what the fuck do we look like?
I know, but first of all, I kind of want to stay and see if these people are still, like, coming together.
There's not a lot of people because usually our parking lot.
I know, but are they holding
Tuesday.
Services still?
I think they might be, but
or is it just like the pastor?
Or it's maybe the dude that plays the music and he's like,
just
fuck
the
it, I'm
music
going
guy,
in, dog.
yeah. Because normally,
unless they're doing it a live feed.
Maybe because the windows are you know how the windows normally the curtains are open,
right? They're closed.
They're not open, dude. And I kind of want to peek in there and see what's going on, but then there's a lady out front kind of protecting it, so I don't know. I'm a little scared about it because, God, where was it? Was it in Wisconsin where they had a big outbreak and they realized that the majority of people got it from going to church and they all were because.
Oh, they're still going to
church.
By
the way, I get it. Listen, I'm Catholic. I get it, but why the fuck is that an exception? I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. What do you think? Like, do you really think that if you go to church that you're not going to get it?
The lady that said, "Oh, I have, I'm covered in God's blood. I'm not going to get it." That's what she said. Literally.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
And I was like,
seriously?
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I'm not going to get it. Okay.
Yeah, you're not good. What is this shit? Like, dude, God, I know that there's miracles and I know that, but you know, it's like you know what? I was watching Law and Order, and this is why I love Law and Order because it has dun dun. So in Law and Order, they had this episode about this family whose one kid died, and then this other kid was sick, and so they're like, no, we don't believe in that. We believe that God will take care of us, and then inevitably somebody kind of went, well, don't you think that doctors and medicine are God answering our prayers? Like we say, God, please help us out with this. And God's way of helping you is by saying, yeah, well, you know, 20, 30 years ago, I knew that this was going to happen. So I gave a brain to Dominic so that he could become this and then he can invent penicillin. And that guy was my answer to your prayer.
Right.
But do you like, yeah. I swear to God, if this only affected you, I would say go to church, but God, how selfish are you that you're putting the rest of us in harm's way because of your bullshit? Like, you know, and dude, trust me, my kids are confirmed. I'm a Catholic. I'm not only a Catholic, but he's the godfather to my son. I'm a godfather to a bunch of kids myself. The whole thing. I mean, I get it. You know, I actually drink God's blood and eat Jesus when I go to church.
I don't.
I do. As a matter of fact, I was at my mom's house, and she's actually they have this thing where you can do the Eucharist. So he kind of blesses it from the video, and you're watching it live, and you bring out a little piece of bread, and you do the whole blessing, and then you do it. So I was over there with my mom, and we did it. So, like, I get it, okay? I'm the guy. I'm at home with my mother at her house, drinking wine that's the blood of Christ and eating which is the body of Christ. I get it. I believe. I get it. But I would never, ever, ever think I'm going to go to church because at church, like, let me put it to you this way. I'm a Catholic. If God was in all churches, priests would never have fucked little kids. You understand me? Like, that right there goes to show you that there's no. If God, you really think that God is going to protect you from a virus, but God didn't protect that kid, that 8-year-old, 7-year-old, 10-year-old kid? Is that what you really fucking think? Jesus Christ, man. No, because it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I was going with all this shit.
Yeah.
That I don't understand why they're able to get together in some places. Like, I swear to God, some people just don't want to offend anybody so goddamn much that it just becomes this thing. And I just think, especially when it comes to life or death shit, people die, man.
That's the thing. Is
people are gonna die.
The problem is, they're like, I'm not gonna get it, and it's not even that. If you do get it though, you're gonna pass it along to.
But that's the point.
And she was like, I go to Walmart every day. She goes, I'm not gonna get sick. None of us are gonna get sick. We're covered in God's blood. And I was like, okay. Fairy tales are a motherfucker.
Listen, there's a world and there's a real world and there's a fake world. For all you people listening that you really believe in God, do you think God hates Black Americans and Latin Americans? Do you think that? And here's why I'm bringing it up. Because the past couple of days, some numbers have been coming out. The fact that, believe it or not, in a lot of states, blacks and Latinos, well, blacks first, are dying at a way larger number.
Right.
Way larger number. So blacks make up 40%. If I'm not mistaken, you can check me on this. I'm going by what I saw. But blacks make up 40% of Louisiana. 40%.
Mm-hmm.
70% of the people that die are black.
Wow.
Blacks make up 15% of Michigan. 40% of the dead are black. And when you add Latinos to it, it goes up like 10 to 15 to 20%. Even though it does. And look, nobody knows why right now. Nobody wants to say why. A lot of it is, poor people don't go to the doctor very often, not very healthy. I mean, I'm going to say this straight up. It's easy to tell people to eat healthy. That shit is easy. But you know what? Healthy food is expensive as fuck, man.
Fuck yeah.
Healthy food is way, way expensive. Like, I mean, I don't know. If you're just going to eat salads, I get it. But if you like, veggies and fruit, but that's one thing. But if you want to start going organic, remember the story Bert told me. So I went to Bert's house. And by the way, we're all practicing, like, Bert is quarantined and I'm quarantined. So when we've come together, it's like two quarantined homes that don't let anything in. So, we still practice social distancing somewhat. But anyway, the point is, I went to Bert's house and he had milk. And I go, holy fuck, you got milk? Because, it was during the beginning of this when, I don't know if you guys know, but the way it went down in L.A. is, I think it was on a Thursday that they told us stay home. But a couple of days before that, people were starting to hoard. So by the time in L.A. they told people stay home, there was no toilet paper. Oh. Right? There was a toilet paper shortage, the Clorox shortage, like anything that can disinfect shortage, like all of it was done. It was all shortages. And so I think my mom said that she couldn't get milk. My mom called me up. And my mom, she talks like this. Yeah. And like she called me up today and she goes, I think the fridge broke, mijo. It's such a bad time. So I go over there and the light bulb was on. You know what I mean? Like, so,
you're like, it's still cold.
I go, Mom, as long as it's cold, it's fine. And, so anyway, it was funny. But I asked my mom and she said, there was no milk. And so I go over to Albert's house. And I tell the longest fucking story.
Dude, that shit was funny.
So I go to Albert's house and I go, dude, you got milk? And he goes, hell, there was 1 or 2 gallons left. He goes, but if you want organic milk, that shit is everywhere.
I go, bro, they had a ton of fucking organic milk. They had a shitload of the carton ones.
Right.
Oh, dude, I was like,
Right.
there was no milk.
Right.
And I know, and you were even like, hey, is it cool if I get milk? I go, yeah. You go, yeah, but it's not open. And I go, that's fine. Well, go ahead and get some.
Right.
Like, and you're like, are you sure?
Right.
I'm like, am I sure? What do you mean, am I sure? I go, yeah, I have another gallon in the other fridge in the garage. I go, I'm good. I usually always buy 2 gallons.
Right.
You know, so I was
Right.
like, yeah. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit, okay.
I know.
I was like,
Well, because
that stumped me though when you were like, is it cool if I get some?
Well,
I was
because
like, what the
because
fuck?
but you even told me. I don't know if you remember. You go, well, there was some milk, not a lot,
Right.
But then you were the one that threw it out there.
Yeah.
You go, oh, dude, and then you go because I think you said that it was $8 a gallon
for the organic.
for the organic
Yeah.
stuff. So that's just milk. So once you get organic milk, organic cheese, you start getting all the organic stuff that is gluten free, and you start eating healthy. You start getting meat that is lean instead of the regular meat. Like here, okay, for you people that don't understand, we'll go to the expert on the meat. All right, okay. Bert, I call you up and I say I want tacos, but I want the leanest meat that you can have, no fat. And I know you're going to say, but, then the taste is going to be different. I mean,
Right.
you need a little fat in there to get
You
the
have
taste
to.
going, right? So
Yeah.
then I'm going to say, but I don't want any fat. It doesn't matter how much. Get the most expensive meat you can, but with no fat in it. How much is that going to cost a pound?
$8.49.
For no fat.
No fat.
Now, the regular meat with fat, but tasty, the best, delicious, not even the low end. Well, let's go to the low end. Lowest shitty meat for
fuck.
tacos, fat, all kinds of gristle in it. What is that?
Oh, you can get it for $3 probably.
All right, so let's go to the top level. 3 pounds, $3 a pound for shit meat that's not healthy, that has gristle, trans fat acids, the whole fucking thing. And then you get $8 for the good stuff. Butter. Let's go to butter. Dude, I don't know how much butter costs right now, but I know that a fucking thing like that of ghee.
Oh, dude, that's expensive. Ghee is
Yes.
expensive.
Exactly. So eating.
It's expensive that I don't even buy ghee. I'm like, fuck.
Right.
I mean, I don't buy the other fucking country crock or any of that spread stuff because it's
Right.
not real butter. I don't
Right.
use that. I
Right.
use butter. I buy butter.
Right.
But I get it at Costco, so
Right.
it's a lot cheaper.
Right. But you get butter.
Butter, yeah.
Yeah, see, but my point is that once you start getting outside of that to anything, and by the way, let's speak of culture. And by the way, for anybody that just got in, we're kind of talking about maybe possibly why blacks way out of control are dying in higher numbers, and Latinos as well. I can't speak, too much for the African American community. I mean, I'm not black. I can only go by, hanging out with my friends, what they eat, and all that kind of stuff. But the Latino culture, right? So let's just go the Mexican culture. The Mexican culture is red rice, which just basically means that here's how you make really good red rice, Mexican rice that they call it, not the Spanish rice, but the Mexican rice. You fry it up at first. And toast it so that it's browned out a little bit. Once it's browned out, then it depends on your mixture, but it's basically a mixture of tomato sauce, tomato paste, either combination of either or, and then water, and then it seeps in, and that's what gets it. And then some people will add like some chicken stock to it or something like that.
Right.
Oh, like chicken stock, for example. You want to buy just regular shitty chicken stock?
Chicken bouillon, cheap.
Yeah, the little pubes, put it in the water. But if you get like the good stuff, the carton stuff, the one that comes in that it's only good for a certain amount of time, dude, it's like $5 more.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, and that tortillas, and yeah, not a lot of salads. You know what I mean? And I think that we started eating salads when we came to America. Like, and it took about. God, my mom came she got here when I was born pretty much. And by the time I was about 12 to somewhere around 13 to 15, that's when we kind of started having a salad in the beginning of meals. But even then it was kind of special, right? Did you guys have salads every day, or was it like
I didn't
only on like special occasions?
We hardly ever ate salads. Ever.
Yeah. Okay, so there it is.
Salads.
So we grew up eating rice, beans, tortillas, and some kind of protein. That was a staple. No, there was always variants, but I mean, that was the staple.
Rice, beans,
Yeah.
and
Honduras, the Honduran side of my family, right? Well, we didn't, I mean, that was your mom because my mom made more Mexican stuff,
Right.
but your mom. So it's not pinto beans, but black beans. But I don't know, we never really did black beans once we came here, right? We pretty much went to pinto. So it's black beans, white rice, and then some kind of protein. But vegetables, not really a big part. I'm not even going to lie to you, man. When I was a kid and we would do carne asada weekends, the only vegetables were the fucking carrots, peas, and corn that they would put in some of the rice. And the rice, right?
Yeah. Cisco knows what salad he's on right now. He's like,
oh, yeah, Cisco.
what salad? You know, that fucker didn't eat salads.
Yeah, hey, Cisco, listen, I worked on it today to try to get us on a better feed so that when I do this version of the podcast with better audio and stuff, that you can chime in. But on Friday, we're going to do another one with you and Juan at 5 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So anyway, for the, and you know, and then there's bananas, but then even the bananas are not healthy because we mostly eat them as what they call tostones or chatas, whatever it is. So it's basically pre-ripe, not bananas, but plantains, plátanos, and then you slice them. It depends on how you want to do it, and then you deep fry them. So even that's like fried. So if I'm not mistaken, this disease is kicking people's asses big time who have diabetes. And diabetes in the African American and Latino in America is fucking huge. So that's one aspect of why I think we're probably dying at bigger rates, especially black people. But a lot of it is also being poor. And by the way, for all the people that don't understand why we need to have health care for everybody, and I'm not saying universal health care. I don't give a shit about the politics of it. The reason why everybody in this country should have access to good health care is because of this. This is part of the reason. Unhealthy, eating shitty, don't go to the doctor enough for the doctor to tell us, hey, stop that, or you're pre-diabetic, or, you know, whatever that is. And then we're not used to going to the doctor at all.
Right.
So now, and it sucks, by the way, for the fucking people that work, because if you're on welfare or if you're on that, then you get Medicare or Medicaid or something like that. It depends. In California, I think it was called Medicaid, right?
Both.
If you're
Medicaid,
poor enough.
I don't know. Honestly.
Yeah.
I should know.
Right. So, but it sucks when you make $10 an hour. Let's say you make $12 an hour, and you're doing that. $12 an hour isn't like, okay, wait, in LA it's $15 minimum wage right now in LA, proper Los Angeles.
No, I don't think so yet.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, listen, minimum wage in the country is $8.25. All right. So you work 8 hours a day. That's 64, and so that's 8 times 4 is 32. That's $320. Oh, that's $15,000-ish a year. You think those people are gonna think about? First of all, they can't afford health care. They don't have jobs that provide health care, and they can't get good food, and they're not used to going to the doctor. This shit is a recipe. I think that there are a lot of amazing lessons to learn in this shit, and one of them is that we should be honest. Having money in this country doesn't give you more problems. It allows you to live fucking longer, to eat better, to be healthier. You know, if you can afford Planet Fitness, you know, you can't afford Planet Fitness if you're making minimum wage. I don't give a shit if it's only $10. You're just not gonna do it. So having healthcare and making enough money, man, that makes a difference for everybody. So, you know, when this is done, we need to think about those people, and a lot of us live above that. We got to be, you know, a little less selfish and, you know, help those people out, man. I mean, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm just fucking disturbed at the fact that one group of people are dying in much larger numbers than everybody else, and that shit should not. That's not what America's all about. I mean, I know that there's a lot of bullshit, and I know that we've been through a lot, but at the end of the day, what makes America great is that we come here to be great, and a lot of us fucking succeed. And if you look at the Fortune 500 companies and how many people are immigrants or born of immigrants, it's the vast majority. It's the lifeblood of this country, man, and a lot of people of color. So let's fucking take care of each other, man. Once, I think the mayor of Chicago said this earlier. She said, "Listen, once these people end up at the hospital right now, they're gonna get great care. Everybody's gonna get the same care once they end up at the hospital.
Right.
It's before they end up at the hospital that we need to take care of them, and we need to look at this, and we need to and unless fucking coronavirus is actually a racist virus that is fucking coming, And I don't want to make that about China, you know what I mean? And by the way, I read something that said that it's pretty much proof positive that it did come from bats. Now, because they found the bat that has pretty much the exact coronavirus as the one that we have. They found the bat, and it's in China. So they found it. So they found the bat. So for everybody that's like, oh, man, there's a lab next to that market, and they put it. First of all.
It doesn't matter. They'll still believe that bullshit.
But okay. Let's see. This is my fucking problem with shit. You know me. I'm about logic. And by the way, are there conspiracy theories out there? Yes, I believe that there are. But there's certain things that just don't make sense to me, right? Like this. I don't know if you're old enough to remember when supposedly, theoretically, and they found they took a gerbil out of Richard Gere's ass. I hesitate to even bringing it up. I feel so bad. But there was a point in time where people would tell you, right? And so at first it started like, did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear? And then it got to a point where people were like, come on, dude, that's bullshit. And when that's bullshit came into it, then it turned into, dude, my sister knows a fucking dude whose brother was there.
Yep.
And it got to a point where it was like, who was it that told the joke about it? Who was it? Dave Tyree, I think it was. I think Dave Tyree went up and said, if everybody who says that they knew somebody that was in the operating room when they took
it was Dave Tyree.
Richard Gere's ass, it must have been a stadium. But like that kind of shit is like there's no logic in it. Here's how I feel about it. If I'm the president or the leader of a big country, let's just say I'm the leader of China, and I'm paying for my doctors to come up with a virus that is gonna just kill the enemy, right? Because that's the theory, that it leaked from where they were using it as a weapon. Don't you think that it would kill more than 2%? That doesn't make sense.
Right.
Like if you're gonna tell me, oh, dude, I have the best gun and I invented the best bullet, but it only kills 2% of the people that it shoots. I'd be like, what kind of shitty ass bullet is that? Like, give me a disease that kills 100% of everybody that doesn't have a vaccine. We'll create the vaccine. Like, it doesn't make sense. So what they think happened is somebody brought bats to that wet market in China, but and when you see it in front, it's like all kinds of meat and all kinds of shit that you could eat, all kinds of animals. But in the back, all those animals, there's a lot of alive animals. And okay, so for anybody that doesn't understand what I'm talking about, and you live in the LA area or specifically near East Los Angeles, specifically near the 60 and the 710, get off on Cesar Chavez and on Floral and what is it? Ford. No. What is it? Floral and
for what?
For that market. The one right off the freeway where you go in there and you point to a chicken and then they kill that chicken for you.
Oh, yeah, it's on Ford. Ford and Floral.
It is on Ford.
Yeah, Ford.
All right, so it's on Floral and Ford. So Floral and Ford right there, there's an Asian market. Go in there. So there's a bunch of live chickens. They're in little things, and then you point to one and they kill it and you eat it fresh. My point is that at this market, they have it, and what they think happened was that the bats gave it to like a pig or a chicken, and then they gave it to themselves, and then that's how we got it. Not from eating the actual bat, but that the bat gave it. I guess the bat was horny and it fucked the pig.
It's like, fuck it, or you sucked his blood.
The bat turned into a person again and fucked the pig.
Fucking Dracula.
And again, Dracula didn't give it to us, but Dracula boned the dude that gave it to us.
That's the problem.
So that's what they're thinking, and that's where it is. So I don't know, man. I don't know what it is, but I just those conspiracy theories are just whatever. Like, it would suck though if there was an actual virus that was fucking racist. Like, how could we deal with that shit?
If there was a virus that was racist, I don't think.
No, think about it. Because, by the way, oh my God, I just thought about this. How many fucking idiots are going to say that that's what it is? Like, those people that think, but the white supremacists who are probably thinking, well, because they say that it's God. God made us better. God made the white man superior. Those fuckers now are going to have the ability to say, you see, we told you God made white people stronger, and those niggers and spicks are weaker than us, and all this bullshit.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, fuck, dude, that makes me sad. Because you can't, what are you going to be intellectual with a fucking idiot like that? You can't. You can't say to him, no, look, it's years of a legacy of, no. They're just going to be like, oh, well, what did it do?
Yeah.
It killed the black people and the Latino. Oh, that is so fucked up. All right. Well, anyway, moving on. So, anyway, we pretty much got to the conclusion of all the stuff that we're talking about so far. So, yeah, that did blow me away. That did scare me. It blew me away. I was freaked out about it. And I'm still curious as to if drug dealers are delivering right now. I'm just curious as to stuff like that. Like, who's going to work, who can't go to work. Like, next door, the plumber across the street is open.
Oh, yeah. Well, those are, because that's essential shit.
That's essential services? I was
like
thinking the same thing.
Home Depot's open because it's essential. You have to.
Okay. So I get that. I get that. You get a plumber. Oh, dude, we fucking...
But not the church. I don't know how many people are in there because they close the curtains all of a sudden.
Yeah, but why did they close the curtains?
Right. They didn't used to close curtains.
They never used to close the curtains
and
because they don't want anybody to check. Exactly, the doors were always open and the curtains were always open.
And it used to be jam packed.
But here's what I don't understand. Why would you say that church service is an essential service? Let me put it to you this way, man. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of people with COVID-19 are dying alone. First of all, because once they get it and they get put in, they have to be by themselves, right? So your family, you can't go in there. And here's the problem. They don't have enough personal protective equipment, PPEs, for anybody to go in there. So they can't just give you PPEs because they need that one just in case. So we don't have enough. So the only time that they let people go in there is if they go, they're going to die for sure, come and say goodbye. Just
fucking sucks,
dude. Which most people can't get there, so these people are dying alone.
Yep,
alone because of this.
Sucks, bro. Fucking sucks.
Can you fucking imagine, dude? Yeah. I mean, you're feeling like shit. You're getting sick. You're getting sicker, and now you can't be with anybody. And if you don't, you die alone.
Yep.
So here's my point. People. You know what I mean? People are not even able to go see their loved ones because they might get sick. But if you're going to go pray to what a lot of people think is an imaginary being in the sky, you know what I mean? I'm not that guy, but I'm saying there's an argument to be made for the Big Bang Theory and the fact that there is no God. There's an argument to be made there. And but people that believe They get to bypass all of it, but that's just bullshit. And that's because they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm sorry, man, but if you think that God is going to save you because you went to church, that's just the stupidest shit ever.
Ever.
And that is just so fucking wrong. But you know what? Hey, man, they believe. You got to believe. I believe, but you know what, dude? My dad used to tell me jokes when I was a kid, and some of the jokes, believe it or not, they made a difference. And one of those jokes was one about God, because I don't know what my dad is. My mom's deeply Catholic, but my dad is like not, and he's always making fun of my mom. So I was in a house where my mom would be like, oh, and my dad would be like, oh, the invisible man is listening.
Yeah.
So there was always something coming from both directions. But my dad used to tell me this joke about a guy who was out in the middle of he was on a boat, and his boat sank, and he was out there in the middle of the ocean swimming, and a guy in a canoe came, and he goes, hey, man, you need help? And he goes, no. I'm praying to God, and God is going to save me. So he goes, okay. Then a guy in a bigger boat showed up, and he goes, hey, man, do you need help? And he goes, no, I prayed to God, and God is going to come and save me. Then a guy in a helicopter shows up, and he goes, hey, man, let's get you out of there. And he's like, nope, I'm waiting for God because I prayed, and God is going to save me. Well, he fucking drowns. And then he shows up, and then he sees Jesus, and he goes, Jesus, like, why did I die? I prayed to you. I prayed that you saved me, and you didn't save me. And Jesus goes, dude, I sent a dude in a canoe, a dude in a boat, and a guy in a helicopter. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Give you 3 tries.
I give you 3 tries, bitch.
Look, look, look.
But that joke meant so much to me because my father wasn't being funny as much as he was using humor to inspire some thought. It's kind of what I fucking do, right?
Yeah.
I'm a version of him, and I was gonna say better, but it's not that I'm better. It's that I actually have an outlet for all this shit where he didn't. But it's that kind of a thing, man. You know what God sent you? A television and a bunch of people telling you to stay the fuck home. That's what God sent you. So fucking listen.
Yeah.
It's that simple. So just fucking listen. Like right now, I swear to God, I'm hungry as shit. I hadn't eaten all day because I was here in the office, like getting all this stuff ready because I didn't like the way the lighting looked, and I wanted it to be a little brighter. It looked a little darkish, and I still don't like the way Bert looks because he looks a little ominous and dark. I kind of want to get some light in behind him.
Bro, I'm fucking dark, fool.
But you're dark, and then the background is dark.
It's funny. So my wife that's how dark. So my wife, she was on Zoom with her cousins and everything.
Yeah.
Right? So I get on. I get on to say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
And everybody's looking at me. They go, "Fuck, is that Albert? Is that Bert?" And then my wife, she starts laughing. She's like, "No, it's the dude that's been going around the
it's
internet.
The black dude. It's the black
It's
dude.
the black dude. I dumped him. I got a new.
You got a new guy.
You
got a new black dude.
I was like, oh, that sucks, dude. I look so dark. It's fucking funny as shit.
Yeah, nobody knows though, because you guys don't understand how dark Bert used to look when he was when it was us in summer, and he was between the ages of 10 and 6. No, not 16. 14.
Yeah.
So it's for about 4 to 5 years, right? Went to the pool every day.
Oh, fuck.
Bro,
During summer?
You got so black, dude.
Woo! Bro. Fuck. I used to be literally.
And your hair's all curly and shit. It got even curlier.
Dark.
Oh,
like, it was insane how
you look so black, dude.
Yep.
You looked so goddamn black. It was awesome. I loved it, dude. It was awesome.
And now I have a pool. I don't even get in it.
Dude.
It's too cold right now.
So yesterday, so we have 3 balconies in my house, and the front balcony in the front of the house is where my little one Nicholas sleeps, and there's 3 drains. And so the drains kind of go down, and they're waterproofed,
right.
about 2 inches above the line, so that the water doesn't, overflow and get into the house. Well, dude, I didn't realize that leaves and crud and shit.
Oh, yeah.
So I woke up yesterday, dude, and there's a puddle of thank God that my garage is kind of like a bowl, so it all went to the middle. But, dude, there's like about an inch of water underneath the car. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I go upstairs and check, bro, and the shit is clogged. There's like a half an inch of mud mixed with leaves.
Holy shit.
So, dude, had to go up there and get rid of all that shit. Had to go downstairs and, like, scoop it because I think you have my vacuum. Do you have a
No.
vacuum? One of the we have one of those shop vacs that can suck up water.
I have a small one. I don't have a big one.
Okay, that's the one that we were talking about.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's mine or yours,
No,
but we know that you had one.
I have a little one.
Yeah. So we were like, oh, so dude, you know those the dust pans that janitors use, the one with the big stick that goes so if you carry it and then you put it down and it flaps open. That one. So, dude, I had to use that to scoop the water
just call me, fool.
into a bucket. Nah, it was cool, man. It was like cool because I had Lucas doing it. It was me.
Cool.
It was Nicholas.
Was it raining?
It was no. It
fuck.
wasn't. It was barely sprinkling a little bit, but
okay.
during the time that we did it, which was L.A. time between like 11 and 1, and we got it and we fixed it, and then I cut holes through the drywall so that the water could come out. So that it doesn't get all moldy in the inside.
Right.
Anyway, it was like, and then, dude, some of it I could just pop like a balloon. Because have you ever seen it where water gets in between the drywall?
Oh yeah.
And the paint, and then the paint bubbles out.
Uh-huh.
So they were like titties popping out all over the garage.
Holy
and I
shit.
kept popping them, dude, and the water
And the
came
water
out.
just comes out.
And then you know, drained it and everything. Everything was cool. Then checked it to see if it was actually, and it was, because the water went above the line, and then. You know, so had to do all that, had to fix all that. My back is fucked up.
Oh.
And I didn't realize it till later. So I got in the jacuzzi, bro, and made it real hot. Let that jet hit the back, bro.
Perfect.
Dude, I would say that I'm probably 15 to 20% still kind of like not pain.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost just like somebody has their thumb kind of like with a nail kind of poking me just a little bit, but it's not, you know what I mean? It doesn't hurt. So after this, I'm ready to go. But we were talking about caring about other people. So I'm starving, and I was thinking to myself, okay, Bert was going to hook it up, but then you couldn't. So then I'm like, oh, shit, what am I going to do? And Amy's like, what are we going to do now? I said, you know what? I'm going to pick something up at the house. And I've been wanting to go to Panda Express because it's a local place. It's easy. It's. I mean, you know, I personally like it. The fried rice is okay, I ain't gonna lie to you, but I love the noodles and some of the stuff when it's fresh, or if you see it, you go, hey, just make it right now.
Yeah.
It's really good, man. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go right after this. It'll be 7:30. By the time I get home, it'll be 8 o'clock. Good late dinner, but it's good. We're good. Yeah, I forgot that they told us to cover our mouths now.
Oh yeah.
And because I was coming here and I'm not gonna talk to anybody, I forgot to put it in the car.
No.
So now I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go home. And get that, like, that's where I'm at.
Or you could just get drive through somewhere else other than Panda. I mean, you know what I mean. That way you don't have to get off.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
But I mean, I'll just go, I mean, they said if you do a bandana, it's cool too, right?
Yeah.
So maybe I'll look for something here, see if there's something here in the office. If not, let's go to the house real quick and get something. But my point is that I'm not gonna go somewhere without putting my face mask on, and I'm not afraid of getting it, believe it or not. I think I got it already. I can't wait for the test to come out to see if you have antibodies. I would be shocked if I didn't get it, to be honest with you. But I still feel like, let's just pretend that I have it and I don't want to give it to somebody else. So out of respect, just out of respect. You know what I mean? Out of respect. Just wear the shit. But, you know, these people, I mean, going to church.
Oh, dude, it's funny that you say that because, you know, my wife, we have masks and all this, surgical masks. So
the blue ones?
Yeah, so we went.
And that's why people in county don't have them. No, I'm kidding.
My wife works for.
I know. We've had those masks for a long time because we mistakenly got those masks instead of the white ones.
Oh,
when they were painting the house.
Ah, that's
so
funny.
From way back in the day, they're like 10 years old.
Right.
So we have those.
Still works,
but go ahead. I'm sorry.
So we go to Sam's Club and I put on the mask and everything. I don't know if I said it last time. And then. So I go to, the local where I always get my meat from.
Uh-huh.
And before I get off, I go, I'm not going to put the mask on, babe. My wife's like, I'm putting the mask on. I don't care.
Right.
It's like, oh, whatever. So we get in line, and the line's outside. And I'm like, damn, it's packed.
Right.
And she goes, this is a place you should because it's always, like, super packed, and it's real close. Well, they're doing 6 feet apart. So I didn't know, but I look in, and, like, all the butchers, they know me because I go there all the time.
Right.
I look, and, dude, all of them have a mask. But I'm outside. So none of them saw me. So I
you ran back to the car.
Oh, dude, I go, I'm going to go to the car and get the mask. My wife started laughing. She's like, She's
You didn't want them to get mad at you. They were going to get mad at you. I'm sure they would have got mad at you. Of course. I would have got mad at you, bro.
I don't know why I was like, fuck it. Everybody else had masks on, but I ended up, And then
good.
Like surgical masks.
Good.
They say too also if you're low on them stock, if you have them, spray them with hydrogen peroxide and just let them dry, and then you can reuse them. Yeah,
reuse them again.
Yeah. So that's what that's what I'm doing. I actually yesterday I drove over to Fontana and took my in-laws some, because they needed because my father-in-law was using his hat as he put the brim inside his shirt. And he had the hat.
He cut a hole in the top of the hat.
Oh, dude, I don't know what they like. But
he had to. He had to cut a hole on top of the hat.
I don't know what he did something,
so that the brim is here.
So I was just kind of like,
oh, dude, he looked like oh fuck. Remember when they used to have that round ruffle in the 1500s and shit?
So my wife was like, "Hey, baby,
like Queen Elizabeth did from back in the day."
She goes, "Let's ship them." I go, "Fucking ship them." I go, "No, hell no. I'll drive and take them."
Oh, that's hysterical.
So I drove yesterday to Fontana to take them some.
Is hysterical.
And some gloves. Because I have a lot of gloves as well. Because I don't know how I ended. Dude, I look at my garage and I go, "Where the fuck did I get all these gloves from?" Right. But it's because when I cook.
Oh, when you cook, dude, you got the gloves.
Yeah,
you buy gloves for the cooking.
Dude, I'm always buying boxes of gloves.
Say it again. Anybody in the LA area, when things come back and you need a taco guy. And by the way, what kind of meats do you cook? His specialty is al pastor and asada.
Yep.
By the way, he won't do chicken. But just between us. By the way, do you remember, if you've been listening from the beginning, remember I was saying that we just don't have the same, we're not the healthiest people? Dude.
No, it's not that.
Chicken tacos taste like shit is my point.
Chicken, dude, you know what?
I don't care how juicy you make them.
The only way I eat
chicken
chicken tacos is when my wife, like, she'll deep fry the shell and then we put chicken, like.
Right.
But like actual street tacos,
right?
I think it's fucking disgusting. Personally,
the flavor is just weird. It's just never good. It doesn't taste the same with the cebolla and cilantro and the chili in it. It's not the same. So anyway, his number ones are pastor and asada, but he'll do chicken if you want. He'll do carnitas if you want. Dude, you found a great recipe for carnitas. Remember you told me that?
Yep. Well, how about the shrimp that I did the other day?
Oh my God, dude! The shrimp is amazing. I want to have the shrimp with that other sauce though. I want I want to try it with the cream sauce.
Oh,
with the
right with the white sauce.
And then we've had
I did the fish with the white sauce.
The fish. Right. So fish, but you'll do anything they want. Yeah, whatever you guys want. And it's what is it again? What's your contact info?
Big Bert's Tacos at Gmail.
There you go. Big Bert's with an S tacos at gmail.com. I can't wait for it to get. I can't.
Fuck, bro.
Dude,
it sucks because it's been raining, but like last week that it didn't rain and we were home.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny because I don't have a big grill anymore because mine like fucked up. So I didn't.
What do you mean? What happened to your grill?
Like my regular grill.
Yeah.
It just it got a hole in the bottom from using it all the time. So grill, But I have a little one, so now but it's been like, dude, it's so depressing. Like, I just go to my backyard.
The little grill?
And like, the one good thing though is.
It's so easy though, bro. Remember when we used to do this shit back in the day?
The cool thing is
we used to go get Kingsford.
Yeah, but I use gas. Fuck that.
But that's what I'm saying. Back in the day, we used to use Kingsford. And
lighter
then you
fluid.
would fucking lighter fluid. Dude, get that shit going, dude.
My neighbors do that shit.
Vato,
dude, it's
smoky.
Funny. So my neighbors, the other day, my wife was like, "What's that smell?" She kept saying it, right? And I was in the office, and
you didn't remember what it was?
No, I was.
It didn't hit you right away?
No, I couldn't smell it because.
Oh, okay.
So I was like,
I was about to get mad at you. Like, how could you forget that fucking smell, dude?
So I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. So then, half an hour later, what's that smell? And finally, I get up and I go, what smell? She goes, it's a smell. What's that smell? And I go, and I walk outside. I go, somebody's obviously it's fucking charcoal. I go, I look over. Right? Yeah, they're barbecuing it, and I come in. I go, are you really saying ugh to charcoal smell, babe? And she just laughed. She's like, wow, I didn't, because I don't use charcoal anymore.
Well, does anybody? By the way, when you go do the
there's people that say that it tastes better, but
it's a little smokier. It's a little smokier,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
I'm
Oh,
good.
by the way, I forgot to say the way he got into it. We went off on a tangent. So for those of you, Bert is a big UCLA fan. They tailgate, and he discovered tailgating, and he discovered people making tacos. And then a couple years ago, he actually got his own grill. And once he got his own grill, like the first time he took the grill over there and he started giving people tacos, it was over. That was it.
Dude, yeah, because
It was over.
Because all the other people that I tailgate with, they used to bring grills,
Right.
and they would like cook their own food,
Right.
but they would always come over. They would
Right.
always come over to mine,
Right.
and they would eat
Right.
whatever I was cooking
Right.
all the time.
Right.
So finally, they all were like, "Hey, how about we just
Give
we're
you some
gonna
money."
give you the money, you buy the food, and then we'll,
Right.
if you don't mind, I mean, we'll help
Right,
you cook,
right,
and
right.
I don't let anybody cook. So
Right,
I'm
of
like,
course
no,
not.
I'm cool. So that's now I just everybody knows. Oh,
Yeah.
Bert's cooking whatever's on the menu is on the menu.
Yeah.
And they just pitch in.
Watching Bert cook is awesome. We're gonna have to show you people like do a time lapse. It's just so awesome, especially because you would think that you would think that he's he's like the typical grill guy where he has a beer here and then he's cooking. Dude, while he's cooking, until the meat gets cooked and the shit gets done, he doesn't drink, man.
I don't like to drink.
He's like, no. Once it's cooked and pieced up, and so his new grill comes with an attachment where you put the trays and it keeps them hot. Once the meat is in the trays, the rice and beans are in the trays, the hot sauce is out, the cebolla, the onions and cilantro are out. Once those are there, and he's made enough tortillas to fill literally one of those bins that you put in, the metal ones that's probably about 4 to 5 inches deep, maybe 10 inches and 4 to 5 inches wide. That shit filled with tortillas, and that's when you see that's when you see this move. And if we ever do it, this is the move. This is for you people only listening on the podcast. The move is a clap, the rub the hands together, and I'm ready. So there's a move. It'll be like, all right, guys. Let's do it, and
Yep.
that's it.
Food's
That's
ready.
it. And when he does that, he'll normally go to a beer before he goes. Wait, that's what I've seen. You go to a beer or two before you go to the
Vodka.
lemonade and vodka.
Yeah.
Right? That's
Yep,
pretty much
that's
it.
Even when I tailgate, usually I don't start drinking. I won't drink when I
Dude, you
cook 'cause
guys get
it's
so
too
fucked
much.
up that you don't even watch the game.
Yeah, but what it is because like I'll cook for like 3 hours.
I know, I get
Like
it.
and I'll have maybe one drink, but I'm just too busy.
Dude, for
So then I'll be like-
what time are the games normally?
They're like around 6:30. It depends.
In the evening. And
Yeah.
you guys get there at what time?
6 hours before. So
There you go.
12:30.
So go ahead.
Yeah. So I'll. So once I'm done, it's like you said. Once I feed everybody, then I'm like, all right, no. But sometimes it's like, fuck, I only have an hour before the game,
Right.
and I'm not even drunk. So
Right.
I'm like, oh,
So you pound.
heavy pound. And my wife laughs. She's like, dude, you were like an hour ago, you were cool.
Yeah.
Like you were sober. What happened? I go, well, I had to catch up to everybody else.
Right. Hey,
Fun.
and by the way, for everybody listening who sent emails and sent stuff, by the way, the stories are awesome. We'll get to them next week. But for all the people that were pissed because you were expecting karaoke night, here's what happened. Albert got a little self-conscious because he got too drunk the week before. And he threw up. By the way, I could give a shit. I don't care. I've never thrown up, but that's probably because at a certain point I stopped drinking. I don't know why. Probably because it's never been a big part of my life up until recently, and it's not even that big. I just will drink sometimes now. So, Bert, will you commit to the Friday this Friday? You don't have
No.
to get drunk, bro.
No, we're not even supposed to be leaving the house
Oh, you're not gonna leave the house at
this
all.
week. No.
Oh, that's right,
We're supposed
dude.
to be at home. Even like today. So I was like, babe, I got to go do a podcast. And she literally turns. She's working from home.
Right.
She turns and you're not supposed to go anywhere. And I started laughing. I go, I know, but it's just us two and there's nobody else. So we're
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
She was, yeah, you're not supposed to go out.
Right.
I go, I know.
Well, then
it's gonna be quick. I'm just gonna. I literally I
Right.
said I'm gonna go in the office.
Right.
And then I'm not gonna stop anywhere or do
Right.
anything.
Right.
So she just started laughing. She's like, okay. But it's funny because Sunday we went shopping, but we all decided to everybody pick something for dinner. So we're
so you
we
spaced
did,
it out.
Yeah, so we already we picked every
Right.
So today was Tuesday, of course, Taco Tuesdays.
Taco Tuesdays, baby.
And so
God, I wish I knew what that was like.
all of us got
My
to pick.
my best friend, my brother, he's gonna bring me. No, you didn't bring me fucking tacos, dude. Dick. So and here's the thing, bro. I have
tried.
a bag of. I have a bag. So we're gonna do tacos tomorrow.
You have a bag of what?
Of carne asada.
From where?
From the last time you cooked at the house. There was a big bag and I cooked half of it, and so the other half was frozen. So I still have it.
Oh, see, there you go.
But I pulled it out and I'm like, oh, how long is it gonna take to defrost this? So I'm probably gonna put it out tonight.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Cause, dude, I'm telling you, I did it. I ate in the morning, and I went to bed late. I got up. The only reason why I got up at 8 too was because I had to move my car to the other side.
Oh, because of the street
parking,
clean. They're still cleaning.
I don't know, but I didn't want.
Why would
I
they
don't think so.
Why would they street clean?
I didn't want to chance it. I was like, fuck it. I'll just
Right.
But then I came back.
Right.
So I was like, I got to take the meat out because it's gonna take forever to fucking thaw out.
Right.
I don't even know why I put it in the freezer. I just bought it on Sunday, but stupid.
All right. So all right. So you know what? This Friday we'll do it. I'm gonna find a way to set it up because here's the thing. I need somebody to be looking at it so that they can control who's asking to
But
get
I do
who's
feel
not.
bad. I do feel bad that you're gonna have to have panda and not fucking tacos. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have panda and not tacos. I mean, I could go get some. I mean, I could go get tacos.
There's that. Have you tried the one right there by your house?
Which one?
The one by the post office?
I haven't tried that one, but that one's a little high end.
I know, because I had asked them.
It's
I asked
high
them,
end.
I go, hey, you guys have. I think I wanted to say. I asked them if they had like carnitas or something, and they were like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh fuck that."
No, they have
Or they
have like 3 forms of fish. They have lobster.
Yeah.
They have They got lobster tacos. They got fish tacos. They got shrimp tacos. So they're like that's Encino. So we in order for me to get a ghetto taco, it's different. All right, so off of White Oak and right by the post office near Burbank. All right, so if you live in that area, there's a taco truck right there. But that taco truck, it's high end. It's like I said, it's more a lot of seafood. I think they have carne asada. They might not even have carne asada. It's like they have chicken.
Yeah, their carne asada is probably skirt steak.
And then there's one on Ventura by Vaughn's near White
that
Oak.
one, dude.
That one. And that one's awesome because they make their own flour tortillas.
Yeah.
But then again, there you go. As much as I love those tacos, they only have 4. They're great, by the way. They're unbelievable. And they have 4 meats. They have pastor, asada, pollo, and chorizo. So they have chicken and chorizo.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, those 4. That's
right.
it. And then the flour tortillas are amazing. It's cool because you buy a burrito and they put the beans, rice, and meat like on a little plate with the tortilla over it, and then you put whatever ingredients you want inside it because they're outside. And then even though now they're not doing that because they don't want you to touch anything, so they make it for you. But normally you put whatever you want, whatever extra condiments, and then they wrap it up and give it to you. But if I want like tripas and cabeza, there's one off of Winnetka. Remember?
Oh,
you remember the truck over there by the park?
Oh yeah,
where the old office used to be.
That place, that was
that place right there.
They had good tacos.
Unbelievable tacos.
Yeah,
that place is ridiculous.
Yeah,
that place is just ridiculously good. But so I'll figure something out. You know what? I actually really like I really like Panda Express, and I've been jonesing for Panda Express. I've been jonesing for the hat in Panda Express.
Oh, I've been jonesing for the hat too. It's funny because I think Friday, because usually we go out and eat on Fridays.
Right.
Well, not go out, but we get out.
Take out.
So I was like, hey, you guys want to go to the hat? And my wife's like, nope. I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
So
I'm there too.
My daughter was like, well, I guess no hat. I was like, no hat. So we ended up going to Shakey's.
Yeah, because yesterday I wanted the hat, and then Lucas goes, let's go to Jersey Mike's. So I go on their menu, and then he goes, look, they have pastrami. I almost punched him in the face, dude.
I
almost punched him in the face.
You know, although
I literally grabbed him by the neck and kind of Bart choked him just a little bit. Like,
it's funny,
how dare you compare the greatest pastrami ever made in the history of man? And not that Jersey Mike's is bad, but come on, dude. It's
Yeah.
oh,
Actually,
whatever.
I like Subway when they had their pastrami. I don't know if they have
They
it.
still have it.
Their pastrami is actually pretty good.
It is good.
It is good.
No,
I
no,
used
no,
to,
no.
I used to get it all the time.
Let me just say.
Like if like if they would say, "Hey, let's go," let's go to Subway. I'd be
Yes.
like, "All right, I'm gonna get the pastrami."
Subway pastrami is good.
Yeah.
Jersey Mike's pastrami
Oh, I've never had
is
Jersey
good.
Mike's.
Sal's, Fat Sal's, the new one right
Oh,
by
yeah,
the
yeah.
house. Good.
But,
But
it's
the
not
hat is on a whole nother fucking level. The hat, a pastrami dip, where they dip it in the juice of the pastrami, that shit is like, you know
With
what?
extra mustard,
That's
extra
how.
pickles.
Oh, that's how I know that there is a God, and I don't think he's a church. I think he's at the,
He's at the
hat,
hat.
blessing every dip that is going
double
through
dip.
there. That's why. So, if you don't want to catch the virus and you want to be with God, that's where you need to go to the goddamn hat while the pastrami's being made. Anyway, guys, listen. I hope everybody out there is safe. On Friday at 5, we're gonna do the podcast with me and Bert and Juan and Cisco, and then I don't know how long after that. Friday night, maybe Saturday, but most likely Friday. I would do the karaoke. I don't know why I like doing karaoke.
5
I
o'clock
can't see worth the
PST.
shit. 5 o'clock PST on Friday will be that, and then I'll figure out a way to make it work. Maybe I'll have Lucas, my son, hold the phone, and so he could look at that and kind of go through it, and then we'll figure it out. But definitely want to, you know what? Oh, by the way, I'm gonna put up. Shit, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'm gonna put up another bit of Mencia, and here's what happened. I have a recorded bit that I edited just in case something like this occurred, and it's from a show that I did in Chico, California, about a month and a half ago. But it was a bit that I was gonna put on, but we chose. Actually, I gave Bert 3 bits or 2 bits, and I go pick whichever one you want. Was it 2 or 3? It was 2,
There was 2
From
of
there.
them. Yeah, it was 2 of them.
and you chose the other one.
Right.
So now,
But I didn't. I don't think I didn't have the MP3 to. That's to sync up the audio and to take out the camera audio and put the direct audio. I think that's why I hadn't posted it.
no, I had already mixed it. No.
No.
All right, I'll go through it and find it, but if not, we'll post it the best we can. Listen, everybody. Let me put it to you this way: I'm not going out. Nobody in my family's going out. Other than like, every once in a while to get something to eat, and when we do that, literally, I don't know how you do it, but put on the mask. Put on gloves. If I don't put on gloves, here's what I do. I take out all the disinfecting stuff out of the car that I need. So I'll put the wipes. I'll take the wipes and take them out of the car. And then I'll go pay for what I'm getting. So here's how it is. I make myself clean, right? I disinfect myself. I take out my wallet. I take out the card. If most of the time now at those places, when you go there, they don't even take your card. You just shove it in the little thing.
Yeah.
So I shove it in the little thing. I take it out. I take a Clorox wipe. I wipe that shit down, and I put it back in my wallet.
Yep.
So now my wallet is cool. Then whatever food they give me, we have like I put a little plastic like a little plastic tarp in the back that was already disinfected, and I put them there. And then when I put them in the car, before I put them in the car, I wipe down the bags from the outside. I wipe down my hands completely. So once I get in the car, the outside of the bag and everything is in. Once I get to the house, I take them out of the things, wipe them down again. Once I get in, wipe them down the 3rd time.
Yep.
So that's how it is. And we've been doing this for a month already. So, but as much as Bert wants to hang and I want to hang, we're not going to hang that way. So we're going to do the social, I won't call it social distancing, physical distancing, social closeness, and we will see you if you wish. Please let everybody know that even after all this, I'm going to be putting as much content as possible on the YouTube channel. So youtube.com/Carlos Mencia. Please subscribe to the channel. Let everybody know. And by the way, go see the Bitter Mencias that were from like a year ago and last year. One of the big ones that everybody loved was part 1 and part 2. of the Black Panther one. So go check those out. They're on my YouTube channel. I love you guys. And for the haters, thank you so much for watching me and listening to my shit. I don't know what that's like, because when I don't like somebody, I don't pay attention to them or talk to them. But we did some research, and believe it or not, people that don't like me actually listen to the entire fucking episode, and people that love me sometimes don't. So I got to thank you for your loyalties, for the love that you're giving me. Appreciate it. Hey, listen, man, tough times, and I hope you're dealing with them well. I hope your loved ones are well. I hope you are well. I hope you are blessed. You need to take care of yourself and take care of your family. God will take care of you, but in different ways, not in a direct, if you go to church, you're not going to get sick way, covered in the lamb's blood bullshit. Peace be with you guys. And by the way, remember, guys, no matter what's happening in the world, man, if you ain't laughing, you ain't living. On behalf of producer Bert, we're out.